Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hello, Shadowcat back with more Star Trek Cosmoteer. And last time, we finished mapping out this solar system. Check it out. All done. Well, except for 3 things. There's 3 bases around here that I cannot touch. I have tried several different approaches to trying to get these things to go away, and to get a little bit more fame out of them. I can't. It's impossible. They are way too well armed. Even the weakest one has several nuclear options. The base itself is nuclear, and it has 3 ships. And that, by the way, that's the one down here. That one right there. The base itself has multiple nuclear launchers, and it has 3 escorts, all of which are nuclear, and it has several defensive platforms, which are all nuclear. There are too many nukes. We can't touch it. So, it was suggested in the last episode that perhaps we needed to have a different ship. An actual warship. Something that is heavily armed, heavily armored, something that can roll in there and handle it. Maybe with a little bit of help. And so there were 2 suggestions that were made. One of them was the Ambassador class, one of them was the Excelsior class. So I had to go and look them up. And if I'm any good at doing this, you should see them over here. So the first one, of course, is the Ambassador class. And this is the one that we are not going to go with. Now, the Ambassador class is pretty much just your standard Starfleet vessel. It's got a forward saucer section. It's got an engineering section, about the same size as the saucer section. 2 nacelles, nothing terribly special. The one thing that makes it kind of really identifiable is from the front and the back. So the big identifiers for the Ambassador class is the almost perfectly circular engineering section and the right angle pylons to the nacelles. Absolutely none of which matters in this game because we only get 2 dimensions to play with. Other than that, looking at the armaments of it, it has 10 Type 9 phaser arrays and 2 torpedo launchers. Which is kind of familiar because our little USS Club has 6 phasers and 2 launchers. And even the Enterprise herself has 7 phasers and 2 launchers. So the Ambassador class is not really that much of an upgrade. So we're not going to do an Ambassador class. However, then there's the Excelsior class. Now the Excelsior class is a little bit different. It still follows that kind of traditional Starfleet design, but it's also a little bit different. So for starters, the saucer section is a perfect circle, which is not going to be easy in a game like this. I mean, we did our best, but perfect circles made out of squares, yeah, it doesn't work so well. So there's that. Then there's the engineering section. Now, interestingly, if you look at the side view of the ship, the side view and the top view are very, very different. See, the side view shows that the engineering section is really only about as long as the saucer section is, but it's got that long extension off the back. So from the top, the ship looks very long. There's actually a lot of space between the front of the nacelle and the back of the saucer. Almost kind of like we have on the Club. So we'll have to maybe copy that a little bit. More importantly, though, when we look at the armaments on the Excelsior class, it shows 10 dual emitter Type 8 phaser banks, and then 6 more single emitter Type 8 phaser banks, and then 6 torpedo launchers. This ship is a monster. And I love it. And I want to build one. And so that's what we're doing today. So I know that normally we would be jumping to the next system. However, this time we're going to try and build something. And then we'll try to get to the next sector. So, we don't have a base to scrap from, so we're going to have to kind of make our own way here. I want to try and build this in 2 parts. I want to start with the saucer section, and then work on the engineering section. And if we run out of materials, well, we have the Fanged Freighter. And so if we hit up an asteroid field, like, say, this one actually, which is really close, we might be able to get all the materials we need to build from there. But if we're going to do this, well, we got to do it. So the first things first is we need to have a bridge. We also need to have blueprints on and symmetry. And we're going to need to have a bridge. Good enough. And we'll need to have sensors. Just because it's kind of standard at this point. And that's going to be the core, the heart of our saucer. So now we need to look at the armaments. Because the way that I want to do this, I think, is I want to put roughly 2/3 of all of the armaments into the saucer section, and we'll save 1/3 of them for the engineering section. And when it comes to the saucer section, I want to divide it into quarters. And I want to put weapons forward, port, and starboard, and then have engines in the back. Like, the saucer section should actually be able to move on its own. I'm not going to say it's detachable, but it should be able to move on its own. And then the engineering section is just going to make it go faster. So what we're going to need is we're going to need to figure out how many weapons are we putting for port, starboard, and then we'll have to work on a configuration. So we've got 16 phasers. We don't have dual phasers, so we'll have to go to 16 phasers. Doesn't divide nicely. Actually, no, it actually kind of does. Because if we're going to put roughly 2/3 of them forward, and then 1/3 in the engineering section. Actually, if we divide that by 4, forward, aft, port, starboard, 16 phasers, we could put 4 forward, 4 starboard, 4 aft, and 4 port. Yeah, I like that. We can do 4, 4, 4, and 4. And then torpedo launchers. There's 6 of them. So 4 of them will go into the saucer section, 2 of them will go aft. So we need to build us a phaser array. Alright, so we can't go that close. This is technically the closest we can get. And we could do like this and like this. And that would technically be the most compact. But we are going to make this circular, so what if we did this? Yeah, we could do that. And then, of course, we need to have some controllers. We will also need to have some torpedo launchers. And that kind of works, I think. Kinda, at least. I mean, that's a good forward, but we won't be able to put that, or quite this many, yeah, we won't be able to put quite this many torpedo launchers in general. Okay, but that takes care of the armaments there. Then, if we were to just copy this, we could just turn this like so, and that gives us kind of a circular shape. We would have to move this a little bit, like maybe up here, but that would do it. However, we're not going to put those there. I'm not sure where we'll put the other ones. We will also need to make sure that we have defenses. And we got to make sure that we have thrusters and everything else. So, in terms of thrusters, I know what we need to have. So we could put 2 there and maybe 2 here? Maybe not, I'm not sure. We could put them like that. We could do that. That'd give them a lot of thrust in the front. Very maneuverable. Then we will need to have defenses. So, first things first, I think we'll need to have these. And these will have to come out the front and sides. And that'll take care of a lot of our missile interception. But we also need to have projectile screens. So we're going to need to have these point defenses as well. And if we just do that, and there, and there, that gives us a total of 6 defensive or projectile screens around. We've got 6 phasers. So that's 12 anti-projectile defenses. And that might work. We will also need to have some kind of extra shielding. And I'm not sure how we're going to do that. Because we're going to have a shield core. But we're also going to need to have, like, additional shields. You know, deflectors. So I'm not sure how we're going to make that work. Unless... what if we did something like this? What if I took all of these and... I hate that thing is always in the way. There we go. What if we move them down a bit? We took these and put these right here. Yeah, we could do that. And then we'll take these phasers and we can put them right here. Right next to the thrusters. Because they still have a full 180-degree firing arc. In fact, I could do that up here too. Now, unfortunately, because of the way the symmetry works, we don't have the ability to put another big deflector up there, but we could put a small one, maybe. And we could fill this forward area up with armor. So, something like that. And this actually kind of works, because if we put this here... ooh, if we even move it up a little bit... then we could put a great big storage space there for a magazine. I like this. I think this is going to work out pretty well. Yeah, this works out pretty well. Okay, now that we've got that done, however, why don't we try to actually work on getting the shape here. And so I have this website called Donut Studios, and I like them because they have a pixel, circle, and oval generator. Basically lets you make circles out of squares. Sometimes all these squares do make a circle. And now we just got to figure out how big is this thing, and we should be able to make a circle out of it. So, if this is roughly the widest point, we can go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, which is going to make it roughly 30. And 30 is going to look a little bit like that. You can't see it. You just got to trust me on this one. Alright, so 30. That is going to go like this. It's going to start at this midpoint and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just 4. And then it wants to pull back here. Oh, actually, I did make one mistake because it is technically a little bit higher. And that actually doesn't help because that makes the sides actually a little bit shorter. Maybe I should make it up here and then just drag it down. Maybe. Or down here and drag it up. Alright, let's do that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And then we get a little corner piece kind of like that. And then we just do the same thing coming down. And then coming down the sides, it's going to look kind of like that. We're going to copy the same thing essentially from the top. And there we go. So we'll just copy this, bring it up here, and it technically wants to go like that, but that's going to eliminate almost everything out here. So maybe we need our circle to go a little bit bigger. Yeah, it might have to go a little bit bigger. Okay, never mind then. Just cancel that. So, let's try a bigger size then. What if we made it instead 32 wide and 33 tall? And then we'll work on, adjusting it. So, just like before, it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. And then 3, 1, 2. And then 2 diagonally. 2 down. 2 more down. 2 more down. And then 9. There we go. Then 2 more down, 2 more down. 2 more down. 2 diagonally. 2 across. 1 diagonally. 2 across. No, wait. 3 across. And there we go. So why don't we overlay this? And see how this fits. That's actually a lot better. I mean, it's going to eliminate a few things, but I expected to eliminate those. So we do that. And then we just got to replace things like our thrusters, which we can do. So, thruster there, thruster there, thruster there. And then we'll need to replace these generators. And so this actually does have to point out. So that will go there. And that does a pretty good job of just kind of sealing everything up like that. One thing that it did mess up is our phasers on the outside are gone. But that's okay, because we can replace them on the outside like this. And so we still have our exterior phasers. They actually kind of get better coverage now. We also lost our point defense, but we have turrets for those. And so, since they don't need to be on the exterior, we can actually put these right here. Just like that. Which is perfect. So we have our offense, we have our anti-missile, we have our anti-projectile, we have extra shields. We do still need to add 2 more torpedo launchers, but I think we can finally do this. And we can stop everything from flashing. Okay, most everything from flashing. Why are these still flashing? Why are they invalid? Oh, wait. I think I know why they're invalid. Right. That's why they're invalid. Okay. So, technically that would have to move there. That would have to move there. And then these would have to move back. And you know what? That's okay. I'm actually kind of fine with that. That works. I'll need to move the controllers. So that works. That's okay. And I'll need to get more controllers as well. Can I put these just up front like this? I think that works. Yeah, I think that works. Alright, and we still need to add 2 more torpedo launchers forward. I could put them right here. Or I could put them here. Actually, what if we did this? What if we did this? We get rid of those, we get rid of that. Put this here. And put that there. That actually opens up this central area a lot. We can pull this back a little to keep the deflector shield nice and tight. And we can fill in this spot with more armor. And speaking of armor, I'm going to want to add more. And so what I'm thinking of is I want to go around the outside and double up on the armor just to make it stronger. So this is going to be kind of a little just fill in the blank. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Just because I don't really want to have it pointy on the front. Maybe pointy on the front would be better. As for here, these are going to come in real handy. That way we can put this here so we get the slope, but we won't be necessarily restricting the firing angles of that. Put that there. Put that one there. Go ahead and fill these in. Now, I could just use this and bring it in nice and tight like that. And it actually looks pretty good that way. I think I might leave that there. So we'll fill in back here like this. We have a couple of long runs here. We can fill that in like that. Now we just have some short angle pieces to add. And that is pretty much the saucer section done. At least the outside of it is. Could be a little bit better armored. But we do have more shielding. We'll make it work. We do still need engines. But engines should be easy because we left the entire bottom open. And I'm thinking that right here is a good place for them. Yeah. I mean, they fit nicely right in there. So that'll give us our forward thrust with 2 large advanced impulse engines. And what are we looking at so far in people? 94. And we can actually make it. Alright, so, other things that we could do. There's empty spaces out here, and I think that I want to add more point defense. Just to help screen things. The big shields up here. I kind of wish that I had more armor on this side, but I'm not positive on that. I'm not sure how I would make that work. I'm not sure. Anyway, there's a lot of space in here, but we're not done yet. Still some very important things. We need a shield core. And it's got to go back here. Maybe make it medium? Yeah, medium should do it. So put a shield core back there. And, of course, that is going to need to have power. So we'll go ahead and put that there. And we'll make sure to have all the doors we need. And get rid of those. There we go. And now we are running out of titanium. That is unfortunate. We'll have to see if we can get somebody else to go do that. Actually, let me do that right now. Club. You have some storage capacity. Can you make a run here? Okay, so while the club goes to get more materials, let's continue working on this. This says that we do need to have 105 crew so far. So the first thing I want to do is take these quad bunks, because I love these quad bunks. We can do that. Now we're actually low on steel. However, that puts us up to 60 beds. Where else can we shove some beds? I could put some forward. That'll put us up to 80. And it'll fill in some space. And any extra space that we have left over, I will just fill up with armor. So that takes care of those. Got these twin bunks. These are always useful. I can put some twin bunks in here. Come on. Keep working with me. Yeah, we could do that. Puts us up to 88. There's only so much that I can do over here. I could put some just general quarters over here. Yeah. That puts us up to 100. And it suggests 105, but this works. It's either that or we put them up here. Which, you know, is an option. No, I kind of like spreading it out a little bit. Alright, so that takes care of that. So we've got so far 4, 8, 12 phasers, 4 forward torpedo launchers. We have, let's see, 2, 4, 8, 10 point defense. We've got 6 phaser defense. It's a big ship. Still a lot of empty space on the inside, though. Alright. Let's see what we can buy. We need primarily tritanium. 84 of them. We'll take it. And that's because it's all you can really carry. Good enough for me. As far as the Enterprise goes, you have a lot more storage space. I'm going to send you here. Because we're going to need steel as well. Actually, we're going to need a lot more tritanium. Well, no, hold on. We have 208 tritanium. It says that we need 236. We are not short by 236. That's just what we need. So, we're actually not in as bad a shape as I thought. Now, making the engineering section, we're going to come up short on that one. But, I mean, like I said, that's pretty much what we're doing today, is we're just building a ship. And you seem good. So, bring the cargo back here. Oh, there's the tritanium. It's in the magazines. Why? You know what? Don't want to know. Can we transfer the resources? Antimatter. Yeah. Transfer all of this. So we transfer all that over there. And that takes care of our need for tritanium. Now we just need steel. And the Enterprise should be able to handle this. steel. Actually, they don't have a whole lot of steel here. But they do have some tri-steel. What about raw resources? They got some iron. We can bring iron. Tritanium. We can bring that back too. I mean, that might take care of things. Alright, so did we make it? Wait, hold on a second. Did I just sell my stuff, actually? No, I bought it. Alright, bring it back. And we'll see what that does for us. And see, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to have a pirate base to build out of, because that would have taken care of our steel need for us. But we just can't beat the bases around here. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about too many other things like processors, gems, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, you are full up on steel. And, is that iron? Yeah, I think that is iron, so we can make more steel. So what are we looking at, like, right now? We still need to have about 200 more steel. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, Enterprise, I'm going to send you back to this station again. Maybe they have some new stuff. And I gotta send you because the club just does not have the storage space. And as a matter of fact, these are supposed to be magazines. There. Everything else back here is fine. Now, you can store anything you want back there, but those are supposed to be magazines. Alright, now that we're here, let's give them a call. We need steel. Take some of that too. I mean, we really do just need the steel. Actually, you know what? There's a Rampart class right here. Why don't we salvage this? Why not? Salvage the entire thing. That ought to be at least 200 steel. Oh yeah! Look at that! We'll bring everything! Wow, we really did bring everything. I wasn't sure the cargo bays would hold it. Okay, bring it back. You know, for that matter, we do have a couple of ships that we marked. We're obviously not bringing them back with us. We could probably salvage those too if we need them. Alright, we're back with steel. And now we can afford it. Ready? There we go. And that is going to be the saucer section of our new Excelsior class. Oh, but we forgot there's a big empty space in front here. Yeah. Here's what I want to do. There we go. That looks pretty good. Any more empty spots that I missed? I don't think so. Okay. One thing that we are missing, though, we should be able to take care of. We still don't have any airlocks. We still don't have any fire extinguishers. So we gotta get that done. Now, in terms of airlocks. I'm gonna go ahead and put the airlocks here. Also gonna go ahead and add another door there. So we got that taken care of now. One thing worth noting that I thought about right now is that all of these auxiliary deflector shields work off of batteries, and so we might want to have some additional batteries if we can afford them, which I think we can. There we go. So that should be fine. And now some fire extinguishers. Because you never know. Honestly, once you get to the fire extinguishers, it's probably too late, but like I said, you never know. So we can put one there. Put one there. Where else can we put them? Put one there. Put one there. We can put one there. Already got one there. Oh, across here. Let's have a whole bank of them right there. Very good. And then we just need to fill in some extra spots. So, like that, like that. We can easily fill in up here. We can fill in there. We can fill in up here. Back there. Alright, looking pretty solid. A little weak from the sides, but I think it'll be alright. If I wanted to, I could maybe sacrifice a little bit of point defense. We could do this. And then put one pointing forward, one pointing back. I mean, these have like a 200-degree firing arc, give or take. So they'll easily be able to cover the sides. And besides that, we've also got the phasers pointing outwards, so that's pretty good. Alright, do it. Now, we just need some crew. Now, even though we didn't destroy a pirate base, there are still some crew available for us. And so the first thing we need to do is we need to send a seed over. So, Fanged Freighter, I need to transfer 10 people over. Just enough people to work the bridge. And then we'll be able to contact the station. Also, how are we doing on resources over here? Not the best, but not bad. We gotta go through and we gotta go through and do a lot of gathering again. But okay. We got this done. It's going to need to have supplies. I guess we do need some more doors up here, don't we? There we go. Now, I am still using the auto build. As much as I would love to use the crew building mechanic, I'm a little afraid of it actually crashing the game. And Cosmoteer just updated again with the introduction of chain guns. So, you know, now something else that I had to worry about. Okay. Comms? No ships within range. That's because nobody's actually on the bridge. Okay. Turning these off. Please go do something else. Please go to the bridge. Thank you. Okay, bridge is online. Now we can call the station. So even with our limited fame, there's still 55 people here who want to join us. And I will take them. By the way, it's like the only time you ever get to see the inside of these space stations. They're so much better designed than mine are. But you know what? That's what makes the people that made the game professional. And not me. Alright, here they come. We can turn the engines back on. But they're going to filter out and get everything turned on, get everything staffed. Shields are online. Main shields are online, I should say. Starboard deflectors are online. Forward deflectors are online. Port deflectors are online. And the saucer section on its own should be completely mobile. Yep. We've got lateral movement. Can we turn the ship? Looking good. Right now it's a great big old flying saucer, but we'll add the rest on. Excellent. And you need a name. And I'm going to call you the USS Excelsior. Or at least half of one. And as a matter of fact... Oh, you know, one thing we forgot was... we never put any lights on it. It's got to have lights, right? Now, should we actually get the registry for it? Should we make this like the actual Excelsior? What was it? Here we go. There we go. The original USS Excelsior, otherwise known as the NCC 2000. So let's go ahead and do a little painting. We're going to make it Starship Gray. And we will go ahead. Let's see. USS Excelsior. It's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright. That's 13 characters. And NX 2000 is 7 characters. So... yeah, we can make this work. Or no, wait, that's NX. NCC 2000 is 8. Right, okay. That's even better, actually. Alright, so USS Excelsior. It's going to be... we said that was 11? No. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13. So what is the 7th? That's 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th letter is C. So let's go ahead and get a big ol' C. That'll go right in the middle. C, E, L, S, I, O, R. Practically goes all the way across. Okay, and then the other direction. Give me an X. Give me an E. Give me an S. And a U. And that goes from engine to engine. The USS Excelsior. And then in smaller type... Zero. We'll need a hyphen here. And C. And an N. There we go. A little hard to read because of the quarters, but there we go. The USS Excelsior. And then, yeah, we do need some exterior lights. So, we'll put 2 lights there like that. Where else can I fit lights in? We can put a couple of lights up here. And, yeah, we can put a couple of lights back here, too. And so, there we go. Now, if I remember correctly... I don't remember correctly. Where's my other ships? Right. Red goes on the left, green goes on the right. So we're going to make these as bright as we can. And those are going to be red. And then over here, we'll make them as bright as we can. And we'll just go to a hex code. To make sure that it's the perfect green. And there we go. And the flood lamps, we'll also make them as big or as bright as we can. Perfect. I love it. Now we just got to make the engineering section. For that, we're going to need materials. So it's off to the asteroid field. However, it's off to the asteroid field together. Come along, Excelsior. My great big flying saucer. Oh, come on, people. Can you not fly straight? Just turn the ships and go. Seriously, what is wrong with you? Why are you flying backwards? Cosmoteer is a perfect game, and everything works perfectly. Alright, they're moving. So we're going to need materials to build the engineering section. And that means that this is where you go to work. There is an extra large iron asteroid over there. Time to go to work. Bring the ship in a little bit closer. There's lots of iron here. We're going to turn all of it into steel. Yep, there we go. They're already working on it. Okay, and there's a lot of people that are manning these launchers. I'm going to make these all group 3. Oh, wait, hold on. And those. These are all going to be group 3 so that I can turn them off. Okay, I just want manufacturing right now. just going to go ahead and pull the ship right into the middle of what's left of the asteroid, just to save on transit time. But I mean, look at him go. Almost out of iron. Let's go ahead and restock. The steel bay is almost full now, though. And the steel bay is now full. But go ahead and keep bringing this stuff in anyway. If we can have a full bay of steel and a full bay of iron, we're in good shape. And then we'll determine what we need along the way. Like, I'm noticing that we don't have a whole lot in the way of coils anymore, which means we're probably going to need more copper as well. Were there any big copper asteroids? There's a small one. It's not worth much, but sure, why not? Actually, there's a big carbon asteroid here, too. We'll take both of them. I do like watching them mine. It's very satisfying. Yeah, we needed the carbon too. We have lots of diamonds, but we needed the carbon. There's a large copper asteroid. We're gonna need a whole lot of coils. I didn't actually look at how many coils we used to make the saucer section of the Excelsior. Ooh, extra large copper. But it took pretty much everything we had. Plus, we probably had to buy a lot from the station. Alright, how are we doing on manufacturing? Lots of copper, getting turned into lots of coils, which are then getting turned straight into hypercoils. Yeah, they're pretty much taking all the coils straight from one, putting them into the other, and making hypercoils. So until we fill up hypercoils, we're not really going to be getting any others. Why are there hypercoils back here? There should not be any assignments back here. Let's see. Clear designated resources. No. This is fine. But all the coils should be going up here. Okay. That's better. It's fixed now. It's fixed. Double XL copper asteroid. We'll take that. Come on, maneuver the ship. It is very maneuverable. I know it is. Start mining. I gotta admit, I'm not sure that I would be as brave as they are. Because if I was on this ship and we went to an asteroid to mine, I would not go out there to mine by hand while they were shooting these lasers. I mean, that's just not happening. Okay, we got those done. Sulfur. There's actually a lot of asteroids over here that we want to get little bits and pieces of. Ooh, and a really, really big one there. So we're going to mine all of these. Won't take that long. And then we're going to get this big one. Actually, no, we're not. We're full up on that. There's no point to doing that. But we'll need it later, so let's mark it. And what else are we looking for? Small copper, medium copper right there. And while we're doing that, why don't we take a look at actually designing the engineering section? So we know by looking at the Excelsior that the engineering section is long. And it's going to be roughly as long as the saucer section is, give or take. Okay, well, one interruption later. We need to design ourselves an engineering section. And so, here's what I want to do. We need to make ourselves an engineering section that is going to be roughly as long as the saucer section is. So let's go ahead and come out here. We'll do that. Come down here and do that. And now we can take this, come down like that, and this should be roughly the length of our engineering section. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. So we're going to cut this. We're going to bring it down here. And we're going to need more room, I think. So I'm going to take the entire thing and move it up. Yeah, and already it says that we don't have enough steel for this. We'll have to go back to a base and do the rest of it there. All right, so we have our engineering section, and we're going to have to make this a bit bigger, obviously. Now, since we're going to have pass-throughs here, we can actually try to have the most armor possible while keeping our pass-throughs. I think if we go ahead and make the engineering section 6 wide, that way we can keep everything in like a central corridor and have walkways on either side. So we'll do this. There we go. And so that is going to be roughly the actual space for the engineering section. And there's going to be a lot that goes into it. We'll need to have some armor. And when we look at the top of the Excelsior class, is it more rounded, pointed? It's actually kind of pointy. The back end of the Excelsior is actually kind of pointy. So, what I think we'll end up doing is we'll do something like... No, not like that. I think we'll do this. This. No, it's not wide enough. Okay, hold on. Ignore that. Ignore that. It's kind of pointy, but it's not, you know, pointy. So we'll start here, I think. Then we'll do that. Then we'll do that. Then we'll do this. We'll delete the extra pieces there. And then we'll bring this up here. And that'll connect in right there. And if we zoom out, yeah, that looks pretty accurate, to be honest. Now, we will need some pass-throughs here. So we will go ahead and keep this. These are going to stay the way they are, but we will get some walkways here. And we'll use those right there as turbo lifts. Now that we got that done, the question is, do the shields cover it? Almost. We have to make them one bigger. So they're not going to be large shields. And I gotta replace all my doors. There we go. So large shields will cover it. We are going to need some extra shielding back here. And maybe even some extra engines. I'm not sure. Being 4 wide like this... Actually, I tell you what I want to do. You know what I want to do? This is not going to be a perfect replica of the Excelsior. I want to put an engine back here like this. No? Can't do that? What about here? What if we do that? Okay, we can do that way. So I want to put that there. And then I want to have some extra shielding. Just like this. Perfect. I mean, it's not going to be a whole lot of extra thrust, but it'll be a little bit of extra thrust. And I will take a little bit. Now, something else that we're going to need. We still need to have 2 aft torpedo launchers. And we need to fit in 4 phasers. So, we'll put in our 2 torpedo launchers there. Because, you know, we kind of have to. We will need to have a magazine for each one of them. So that takes care of that. Actually, we can't put them that close together, can we? No. We would have to spread them out technically, I guess. Options. Options. We need options. How do we make this work? Can I put this further back? Like, what if we put this here? How do we make this work? So the only way to make this work, of course, is going to be to have an airlock. Okay? We would need to have an airlock, and we would need to have power. We could move this back a little bit. If we did that, that gives us a bit more room for options. We could put a small reactor back here for power. And yes, I know that we're like way deep on our resources. However, now that we've done that, we can put some point defense back here on either side. we could... I know exactly what I want to do. We're going to do that so that we have room for them to be back here. We're going to have airlocks and fire extinguishers. And there we go. Put that there, put that there, and there. And this will be the Excelsior's lower decks, essentially. Which I find kind of hilarious. Welcome to your lower decks. Alright. Now, in terms of the torpedo launchers, can't put them right next to each other, but can we put them like this? No? Why not? How far apart do they have to go? No, wait, they're all flashing. Hold on. Nearest crew, no torpedo parts access? But I mean, these are fine. Oh no, wait, now they're flashing too. What do you mean, no torpedo parts access? Oh, wait, what did I just do? Okay. Oh, now they're fine. Well, make up your mind. No crew access, no torpedo part access. Look, I'm working on it. I don't get it. Well, maybe I don't have to get it. Alright. So, the advanced engines, they only have doors there anyway. So I couldn't really butt the torpedoes up against this anyway. Unless I put the magazine in front, which, yeah, technically is an option. Invalid blueprints, it says. And I don't know why. Could they say no torpedo access too? It just says nearest crew is too far away. But you know what? We're going to fix that. We're going to fix that. And the reason we're going to fix that is because we still got to add some stuff in. Alright, so we still need to have a warp core. We're going to go with the small warp core. I mean, there is a big one that would technically fit. Okay, technically wouldn't fit. The medium one would. Actually, it does have a lot of doors on it. It would fit right there. Yeah, that actually kind of works. Can we turn it? Does it turn? No, it does not turn. But you know what? Doesn't matter. It will have the most advanced warp core that we've built yet. And does it actually have side doors on it? It does not have any kind of side doors on it. It just has to pass through. So that's fine. Just means it will have to have the nacelles come forward, which they were probably going to do anyway. Alright, that does mean, though, that we could put these here. And I know it says invalid blueprints, no torpedo part access. I don't get it. Wait, uses torpedoes, deck... Oh, I didn't realize that! We're limited in the number of... Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay. Then we can't use our deck torpedo launchers. We'll have to use regular torpedo launchers. That will change things. In fact, we're even limited to those. We can only have 4 torpedo launchers. Yeah, I kind of wish I would have realized that when I was designing up here. I would have put 2 regular torpedo launchers up here. Oh well, too late now. We'll figure it out. Things that we are going to need, though. We've got our warp core, and that's good. We will also need some manufacturing, which is not here. It's over here. Because we're going to need to have antimatter converter, which actually can go like that, and torpedo factory, which can go like that. So they can just transfer straight from one to the other if they need to. Yeah, this is getting really expensive. But it's okay. It's okay. Crew. It's saying that we want to have 120 so far. That's a lot. But we can add more crew quarters back here as well. So we can pick up these quad bunks. 114. And that puts up to 124. So that's good there. Now, nacelles. The nacelles are roughly going to be the same length as the engineering section. So roughly the same length as the saucer section. And that means that I'm just gonna come over here and I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna start there and I'm gonna come all the way down here to... Yeah, that should be fine. Alright. Honestly, they don't need to be this long. But anything less would look a little bit silly, I think. How big do we want to make them? We could go with the 2x. Yeah, we could do that. And we still gotta add phasers back here, too. So, actually, I think we're gonna end up putting some phasers on the nacelles. That's probably how that's gonna work out. Okay. So we got that. How many phasers could we put? Technically, we only need 2 on each. So we can do this. And we could do another forward. I'm going to go ahead and cap them with phaser defenses. And then we'll simply round out the front. Just like that. And as for the other phasers... Here's what I think I want to do. I want to make a block. And I'm just not sure where I'm going to put it yet. But I want to do this, I want to do this, and then I want to get some point defense. Go like that, that, and that. And then we'll need these controllers. Controller, controller. Get rid of that. But now we can copy this. We'll cut that and just say, where does it fit in here? So we've got 4 on top, 6 on the bottom. We put it right here. That's like right in the middle then. And that should be pretty good, I think. Actually, no. I'm going to put it all the way towards the front. I changed my mind. Put it all the way towards the front. And then these, actually, before I move them, the nacelles are also kind of pointy. So, what I think we're going to do here is I'm going to do that and that. There and there. We'll delete these. We can fill this area up. We can fill these up, fill these up, fill these up. And then the question simply becomes, where are the pylons going to come off of, and then where do we hook them up? So the pylons are probably going to come off here, I think. Seems like a good place for it. And then where are we going to attach on here? That is kind of a tough question. They are more towards the front when I look at the picture. And they are actually kind of broad. So here's what I think I want to do. We still need to add 2 torpedo launchers. So what I'm thinking of is this. What if we went ahead and say this is 3 wide? So what if we do this? And then we can do that. 2 on the other side. That actually makes that 3 wide, and that means that we could actually center it on this point defense right here. So we'll just cut and glue. There we go. So we'll go ahead and do that. We will make that a pass-through, that a pass-through. And so now people can come in. I'm going to go ahead and open those up, open those up. I'm actually going to put fire extinguishers in there and in there. Same thing is roughly going to be true here. I'll put fire extinguishers there. I'll put one there. How are we looking in terms of crew? Wants 163 now. Good thing we left extra room. And now there's not enough room. That's alright, we'll do that instead. Puts it to 154 capacity. Close enough, I think. Now, some things that are missing, we don't have any kind of maneuvering thrusters back here. And we are going to need at least something like that. Yeah, we will need to have some kind of maneuvering thrusters back here. With regular thrusters, how far do they go? A little bit too far. However, these actually kind of fit in perfectly. So, what if we did this, and what if we used some of these plasma tubes? Yeah. So these are just like batteries. So we could do a plasma tube there. And then just some standard thrusters, like that. And that gives us maneuvering for the engineering section. Now, could it be more shielded? Maybe. But I don't really have any way to shield it further. As it is, it's going to be hard to keep the lower decks staffed. But we did it on the Enterprise, so we should be able to do it here just fine. I think this is going to work out. Yeah, I think this will work out just fine. But we have to get it built. And so I tell you what, since we're running really, really long on time here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it off here, and I'm going to go ahead and build it. That's going to involve going around doing a lot of mining, doing a lot of shopping, but by the time we get back here, we will be able to take off with the Excelsior. We will jump to the next system and start our next survey now that we have an actual proper warship on our side. It's going to be intense. So, if you want to be here for that, then make sure that you subscribe. Ooh. Didn't know you could do that. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon. That way, you are here for every video when they come out. If you know somebody else who's also into either Star Trek or Cosmoteer and you think they might enjoy this, then share this video with them. But otherwise, though, if you just like me, then leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, and I will see you next time for more Star Trek Cosmoteer. And until then, take care.